Okay, so at this point, we now have our new character trained into the system, this character Sally. And so this time we're going to create a refined version of Sally. And this step is sort of optional, but this is if you want your character to look a little bit more realistic, a little bit less of that plasticky look, and have better prompt adherence when you're trying to get certain scenes. The tool will be able to follow the prompts a little bit more accurately and stuff like this. So in other words, this is how you can make a version 2 of your character that's just a little bit better overall. And so now that we have a version 1 of this character, it's now going to be very, very easy to generate a lot of different pictures of Sally with a lot of different variety, different scenes and settings. And so that'll make it much easier for us to create a version 2 of Sally. So in this case, I'm gonna go ahead and just start with some of the reference images here. And we'll just take one of these reference images of Kira. I'll put that in and generate a prompt off of that. And right off the bat, I'm just gonna change this to say, make it so her hair is red, because all we're really trying to do here is get a portrait type of shot with Sally, but obviously, Sally has red hair. So let's see what we get here. Okay, cool. So now we have this kind of close-up shot of Sally right there. So now I'll switch out the reference image and I'll generate a new prompt based off of that. Okay, so let's see what we get here. And cool, so now we have Sally in this airplane setting. It's a pretty good like full body shot, so some of these could be usable. All right, so we'll change out the reference image again, and maybe we'll do one like this where Akira's in this like tropical island thing, and we'll generate a prompt off of that. Let's see what we get here. Cool, so these are some pretty nice shots of Sally at this little tropical beach island, whatever. Nice little side angle right here, so that's a really good one. So the point of doing this is that, again, it's good to have a lot of variety in your images, because when you're training a character, if too many of those images are very, very similar, then it doesn't really matter what your prompt is. The tool is going to have a hard time following the prompt if all of your reference images are really, really similar. And so that's why it's important to do this and basically put Sally into all of these different outfits and all of these different situations, different hairstyles, different lighting, because this allows the AI to understand what Sally looks like in many different types of lighting and scenes and situations and hairstyles. You get the idea. So we'll do one right here where she's serving breakfast or something. All right, and so here's Sally making a croissant or whatever she's doing. So you get the idea. You're just gonna go through this process, and then from there, you just wanna go through and you want to download all of the best ones. And again, you wanna collect anywhere from 10 to 20 different images, whichever the best ones are, you basically just download those. Now the problem is all of these images still have that sort of plasticky AI look. So in the previous module, you learned how to basically add realistic skin texture to these pictures. And so what you want to do is you want to bring all of your new training images through this tool enhancer and add realistic skin texture to all of your training images. And once you finish that process, that's when you would bring all of those new enhanced pictures into VidBuzz and create a new version 2 of your model. So that's pretty much it, and I'll see you in the next video.